Hello and welcome back to my final video for Wolfenstein the Old Blood. I am your host, the Mad Hatter, and here we go with the first opening sequence of the game of this level. We got these two German soldiers talking. Now, one of the things that I did wrong here was I got a little trigger happy. I didn't wait for them to finish their conversation and turn around. When they do turn around, the gentleman on the right goes ahead of the gentleman on the left. Now, since the gentleman on the left is behind the one on the right, you take him out first, then the other soldier, and you don't have to worry about the alarm going off. However, I made the mistake of doing it a little too soon and being impatient. Right there. And now, I decided to play the ball where it lies so that we could basically just go ahead and take them out from there, because I was not going to go and restart it from this point. So what you do is, since there's no sharpshooters with them, they only are going to use the machine guns, and the machine guns at a distance are nowhere near effective. Like maybe like 1 in like 20 shots, if that, hit you. Now the shotgun guys, though, even at a distance with that, I mean, it's like 1 in 15 that'll hit you if they're close enough and you're far. Well, you know what I mean. So at any rate, I'm sorry for being tongue-tied. So just keep taking them out at a distance. Now, as you see, we took out one of the commandants already. He was in the watchtower. Now, there's going to be, to the right of the watchtower, there's a bridge, so there's going to be some folks on there. We're going to take out these guys as well. As you can see, they're at a pretty decent ways away, and they'll hit you like a shot or two here and there. Nothing that you can't survive through. Now, what's really cool is when those soldiers turn into zombies, the other German soldiers will actually go and fire on them. So you can just basically let them do the work for you, which is going to be a recurring theme through here. So now, one of the things you want to do is you want to go and kind of just wait it out. I think. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and just move up. Now there is that one. There is going to be like a shotgun guy on the bridge, and this guy, I didn't even realize he was there until a lot later on. So and then he turns into a zombie. It's like not all the soldiers will do this. Not all the soldiers will go and like burst into like flame and revive as a zombie. So. It's kind of funny, I think. Now, as I stated, the German soldiers will kill them first. So if there's one like right there, see, he's not firing at you, he's firing at it. So it's actually really cool. So now we're going to take these guys out. It's actually kind of funny because even when you face the final boss in the game, it's actually really kind of funny, and you'll see what I mean later on in the video. Now, basically, what's going on here is that I'm still shooting at them from a distance because there's still a lot of them. However, now this shot right here, I honestly thought that there was a soldier right there, and there was. However, that pillar actually got in the way of the shot. Otherwise, it would have been perfect. So, now what's going on here is we're going to go up this way. Now, we're going to see... I first didn't see the gentleman on the bridge until I saw the report. And then I also saw the soldier up top. So I didn't worry about the soldier up top because of the fact that he was far enough away from me, so I really didn't have to worry about him being a real threat. Now, guy on the bridge. I'm gonna grab this armor and ammo that's over here. Now, I was like, what in the heck was going on? Like, where was at first I didn't realize where he was. I didn't really see him, to be totally honest. I didn't see him at first, and I was like, where the heck is this guy at? Well, then I noticed the report. That from the gun, the flash. That's where I knew, because I couldn't really see him that great, because the light that's there kind of masks it a little bit, unless you use the sniper rifle. And this should be a shot that nails his coffin. Yep, coffin is nailed shut. Now, this way and over to the left, what we're gonna do is there's a doorway here on the far end right here, like straight ahead of us. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and go in here and we're gonna kill the last commandant. So we're gonna kill him. And down he goes. Now we're just gonna take everything that's here. Any maps, ammo, armor, read any letters and whatnot. And there's also a tape recorder here that we're gonna turn on in a second. I think it's like Von Schaub's and some random dude. Okay. Now, a funny little fact is for those of you that don't know, reel-to-reel tape recorders, way back when, actually used wire. There was like wire recorders, however, I don't know the actual name of it, but they used these wires that they would record on, and the sound on it was not that great from what I understand. Editing with those was a real pain, because once you did cut out what you wanted from there, and you had to try to solder back the two ends, and 9 times out of 10 it really did not work out. I think it was I'm not very sure, now don't hold it to me, but there was a German engineer that, or inventor that actually came up with the tape, the actual tape that we know today for reel-to-reel, but that's, you know, stupid little fact, you know, this little nugget of joy, if you will. Anyway, I don't even know why I threw that in, I'm sorry. So we're going to go ahead and grab all of this stuff right here, and let's see. Grab any ammo. I love how they have like all these beer steins thrown all around, which I think is kind of stereotypical, because they don't always drink, you know, they're not always running around, you know, drinking beer. So, I mean, that's kind of, I don't want to go into any other, you know, comparisons, but they don't always drink. Okay. Now, before going on to the next area, you want to go ahead and grab any and all items that you can. And just a quick side note, try to hold on to your shotguns, ammos, and I say shotguns, ammos because you have a sawed-off ended combat. Hold on to their ammo and whatnot, and keep them on the other side, because you're going to need them for later on in the game. Just go ahead and pick up everything you can, because you will not be able to come back this way again. So now, we go back up, and here we go. All right. Pull this handle, just like in the prison. Which I felt was really unnecessary to have this here.
What have you been digging for, Helga?
Because of the amount of guards that they have there. I mean, it just didn't make any sense. So, there you go. Now, first thing we're going to do is that guard that's right there, we're going to take him out first. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back up. And what I ultimately did was, rather I should say, I headed back up. And what happened was I decided, okay, well, I'm not going to get the angle here, so I'm going to have to do this over here. So when he gets over to where we are, we take him out. And then go on from there. The key to taking out a lot of the guards is to help them, but not to get them in an area where you can take them out where they're not going to be seen by any of the other patrolling guards. Because if they do, then it's just going to cause a huge hot mess for you. And basically, it just takes time to figure out their patterns, kind of like a couple of the other videos in the game that I've put out so far for this. You'll see that there's I talk about, you know, timing their movements, figuring out where they stand and whatnot, and how they crisscross. It's all right there. So right here, he's done. And you want to be very careful when doing this too, because you want to really watch how they walk around, watch what they do, and then we work from there. And like, we're gonna have a perfect example of this right here. And you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. So we're watching the pattern of them walking around, and then we are going to also be mindful of the super soldier that's walking around. You also got a guy up top over here too. So what we're going to have to do is wait for the guy on the bottom, and that was a misfire. I don't even know why I did that. I think it was because I was tired at the time I was playing this. So now the guard is right there. We take him out first. Now, where he's been dropped, the super soldier can't see him because he's still behind the dynamo. So it's actually pretty decent, or rather alongside of it, just outside of his visual range right there. So now we're going to take the guy out on top. And with that, we've now avoided having to hear the alarm. So that's a huge plus for you. I mean, really watching their patterns and timing it and getting that down to where you know when it's safe to do that, that's great. Now, however, that's not the only strategy. Now, if you're gung-ho or whatever, you can use 2 of the explosive rounds on the super soldier to knock him out, and then take out the other 2 guys however you want to do it. That's cool. The super soldier, I don't know how far along he can go on that strip that he's on, because he's connected to the line. He's got a cord coming out his back like the ones in the prison. So, except the only difference is on this particular dynamo, the handle is actually broken, and I'll show you that in a minute. So in a second, we're going to go ahead and grab this stuff right here. I was so worried that whether or not he would see me, so I tried to not be seen as best I could. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this stuff. Grab what we can. Grab any maps, like there we go, dig site map. That's an odd way to put a gun in a drawer, but okay. Yet again, one of those weird things I did this round, and I'm like, why did I do that? So now, I'll wait for them to go by again. As you can see, the handle's broken on this, so we can't go and do that. And at first I was like, oh God, really? Really? And I looked at it again thinking, well, maybe there's something I gotta find for it and I can put it. No, it's all bent out of shape and everything else. Nah. It's done. They're on permanent on mode. Now, what I ended up doing here was when he turned around, I kind of followed around behind him. Now you cannot use the pipe to knock out the cord and cut off his power. It won't work. I've done it just to see if it would work, and nope, it don't work. Plus, since he stepped so hard, he'll go and cover up any foot faults that you could possibly make. So. Alright, we're going to pick up whatever items we can get our hands on, if any. I'm going to go in here, press this button, and we're going to duck down just to be on the safe side.
What drives his madness? And like a blind worm tumbling your way through the soil, deeper and deeper into the rotting bowels of the earth, into the dark places better left forgotten.
Wow, that's deep. That was like, wow. That's like, I think that's like one of the deepest thoughts he's had. I may be wrong, but hey. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for this super soldier to go. I call them super soldiers because these things are like mechanical men. Pick up the goodies. Oh, yes. Now, I did end up making a mistake here. Originally, now, what I did was originally when he went past. Ugh. Sorry, I got tongue-tied again. When he goes past, there's a heavy soldier with a shotgun right there, and I thought I could go up from behind him and take him out with the pipe or a knife or something. Did not work. So what I decided to do was to just sneak past both of them, and I prayed for the best, and well, you'll see. Because to be honest, I did not think I could do this. Now, I did not see at the time that there was a soldier, a commandant, whatever, that was standing right there. I was not paying attention. I had to go and look at the video. Again, I was like, oh wow, I missed that? Oh my lord. Now I killed this guy. Now I thought I had gotten the commandant without him getting the word out, but unfortunately what ended up happening was his scream ended up triggering these guys out. But however, we didn't have to worry because of the fact that since we took him out really quick, there is no backup coming this way from what I understand. Because it was just too quick. pick up whatever we need to. Let's see. Right now I'm like looking around in case if I missed anything, and I really would like to get my hands on a deck of those Wolfenstein playing cards. That actually looks really awesome. One thing that I actually would like to see if they do make another Wolfenstein game, to have them do what they did in Doom, because id Software, when they put out Doom 3, it had a co-op mode, a single-player mode, and a multiplayer. And I would like to see what a multiplayer would be like on this, because at one point they did have a Wolfenstein where it was just straight up multiplayer. So what I'm saying is that maybe they should go ahead and, you know, put it up as like a content kind of patch kind of thing. You know, because I would really like to see that. Because I think that would be really cool. Like, you know, being able to have a co-op mode for like the PS4 or PS3. Just because it would just fit. And a lot of folks would actually like to have like that, have like an extra friend, like you and a friend, get together and play through the game. And the one thing that they did do though with the co-op mode was that they shortened some of the levels, which I really didn't really find appealing. But hey, what are you gonna do? So we're gonna take out this heavy soldier. Alright, we got that. Now, what's going to happen is that these guys are going to take out, but I'm not going to take them out with the shotgun or the explosive rounds. One grenade, and I'll just take the rest of them out with those machine gun. Now I thought there was a tank back there that I could blow up, but it turns out I was wrong. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go straight up through here. And we're going to, you know, use this. Now I wish I had this going through the prison. This would have made my job a lot easier. So what I did was I picked up the extra ammo and whatnot, kind of peeked around, and two, and he goes down. Now the other thing that I did right here was after I got everything over here, I went back up the stairs and whatnot to get that the explosive ammo. I also picked up this ammo crate right here, and I'm going to grab this over here too. That's a portal to hell, it looks like. Green hell. Ah, okay. Anyway, if you're not familiar with the song like Last Caress and Green Hell, then look it up. You'll find out. So we're going to pick up these ammunition. Look around here one last time and get my sorry butt out of here. See, I'm always one to double and triple check everywhere that I've been. Alright. And I'm also like the kind that's like waste not, want not kind of thing. So, at any rate, we're gonna go around this barrier because there is some extra armor and whatnot behind it. And here we go now. And pick up whatever we actually can. Let's see, we're good on armor and whatnot, so I guess we're just going to go through the door here. And I don't understand why they even have these doors here. I mean, I just kind of find it that's kind of odd, but you know, what are you going to do? And I hate losing this thing. I wish that we were allowed to take it through with us. One of the things that I did here was that ultimately I ended up grabbing my silenced pistol. And I kind of, I hit this guy over here on the left. And I waited to see what happened. And there was nothing short of the domino effect that I had somewhat expected. So he's going to go run up on one soldier and... And now the two of them are going to do the same. And I'm like, wow, the domino effect in action. I thought that was so funny. Now here, I ended up having to use the shotgun ammo because it was the quickest way to get these guys knocked out in short order. But don't do that. Like what I just did, I take them out at a range, let them get as close to you as possible. And by doing that, it's going to save you a lot of its ammo. Otherwise, you're going to be using your machine gun straight through. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the notes and ammo and armor. And I didn't see anything as far as like a trophy for finding a lot of the notes and stuff around. So if you don't find every single note, don't worry about it. I mean, unless I'm wrong and I misread. Oh man, dang, these neighbors are noisy. So at any rate, we're going to go here. I went over this way to grab this grenade and see if there's anything else over here. And then I looked at this altar and the skull sitting right there, and I thought, kind of like when you were in in Castle Wolfenstein still, that one video where I showed you where Vasquez picks up the head and he goes, "Oh, that's poor Yurik." And you know, I really was looking for another little funny little tidbit like that, which if I missed anything and you guys know of them, let me know, because I really like to know this, so I can take a look at it for myself. Now, just out of curiosity, what game got you into playing shooters? Was it Medal of Honor, Call of Duty? Like, what was it that got you into playing these? If you are big into playing these, I'd like to know that. And also, just out of curiosity, is that ultimately your favorite genre of game? Is it the shooters, RPG? So I mean, everybody has like their one favorite genre of games that they like to play. Like mine, I love RPGs and some shooters, and that's just me. Just like the way, you know, my style of gameplay is. So, like my style of gameplay is like, it varies. You know, it sometimes I want to play. I mean, I'm not the greatest of these, but I still play them because, like, for the most part, they are fun. Especially after you've learned a whole bunch about it and whatnot, and taken the time to do it. I love how they just burst into flames. So at any rate, I'm sorry. Now, one thing that I really wish they would have let us do was fight inside of a Zeppelin. I would have liked a boss battle or a mini boss battle inside of a Zeppelin. Like, or have it be like the last part of the game, like the final boss, and like you're fighting inside, let's say the Hindenburg, and like you're having to take him out within. You have to take him out within a certain time because it's like I'm not saying there should be really a time limit, but I'm just saying, just kind of throwing it out there. I'm spitballing here. Where even if it's a timed event, it's still actually really a fun idea that I have with that, because I really would like to see that happen. Like like fight an end boss or a mini boss in like a Zeppelin, and either like land in like jump out over the Rhine and whatnot. And it's just a suggestion. I'm just suggesting that maybe that should be done. And so we find Robin Hood many, many years later. No, I'm not kidding. So let's see. Now we're going to go pick up whatever we can. Now here we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to take out, there's 2 more guys, him and then 1 more. And now we get him. And now pick up anything and everything from here, because once you drop into the water below, you're not going to be able to come back up here. So I suggest topping off everything that you possibly can. And then moving on to the next portion. Now this right here, when you land on it, I couldn't show this to you before because the video got messed up. But right where I landed and I looked up on the stairs, right there was actually another place where you find the hidden Nazi gold. Now I did not find all the bars that I thought I did. I thought I had found all but like 15, 20 of them, but turns out I found only half, if that, of the gold. So I was really kind of disappointed by that. I thought I had found more gold than that. So anyway, we're going to climb up the ladder. We're going to pick up the ammunition and armor that's going to be on the dock. That's right there when you climb up. Then we're going to go through this corridor, and it's going to take us into this other room. And basically, what we're going to do is, here is where we needed to, this is one of the areas that we needed to save the shotgun ammo. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around and pick up anything and everything we need. Now this is, I like this, the unlimited ammo pouch where you can just click on it a few times and you'll be maxed out, which is great. Now make sure before you start this fight that your machine gun is in your secondary and your shotgun is in your primary. Then you're going to go hit the button, and then watch out for the flames, and if you need to, let's say you're running out of ammo or whatever because you didn't stock up, you go and you can jump over those flames and go in there and get all your ammo again from the unlimited pouch that's there. So this is basically what I did with these guys. I just kept running over to them, getting within a close enough distance to where I could just go ahead and take them out. Because you really, ideally, you want to take them out with the one shot. Now, also, what I did here was I used the grenade because of the fact that there was a bunch of them like right there, and it was just the quickest way to do it. If you can group them up in an area and do that, that's going to be to your benefit. So let's see. So now we're going to take this guy out. I didn't see that, dude. see not the dude either. Yeah. Now, one of the things I made the mistake of, and I'll show it to you in a sec, is I did this. I went and I had shot one of these guys. I didn't pay attention if he had went down or not. I'll show you that in a second. See, I threw this. Which, no. Wait, no, that's actually coming up. Like right here. I shot him, and thinking that he was gone, I was like, oh wow, he just came up to me and did that. So you really don't want to go and take your eyes off your enemies here, because taking your eyes off the zombie guys are really a bad idea. At any rate, what we're going to do is now we are going to go over in here, grab anything and everything that we can, and now we're heading to the final boss area. Now, grab everything you can. All right. And enjoy the next video sequence.
Friends, mein Ober, Sie können Ihre Finger nicht vom Feuer lassen, ne? Aber diesmal verbrennen Sie Frankreich. You're that fucking American, aren't you? Who killed my hunter Rudy? I must say you're stuck. What have we here? Ja, das hätte uns etwas Zeit erspart.
Ich verstehe diese Symbole nicht.
Oh, Fortuna, so strange and unpredictable. I could just...
Oh, God.
feel like a child again, digging for the treasures in the woods.
War is definitely hell.
This moment will put me in the history books amongst the greatest of adventurers.
You'll always be just another Nazi.
Sehen Sie, Schreiner.
Ja, aber es ändert nichts. Bisher konnten Sie weder mich noch General Strasse beeindrucken, Ärger.
Meine Güte, Schreiner, Sie sind ein solcher Kohärentenkacker. Hier, sehen Sie. Der Code auf König Ottos Karte entspricht genau den Symbolen hier auf diesem Podest. Das ist die Kombination, Sie Idiot! Na bitte.
Sind Sie sicher, dass es wirklich ist, Ärger?
That didn't sound good.
Na bitte. Sehen Sie, Schreiner? Sehen Sie? So beherrscht man ein Monster. Ha! Wollen Sie es auch mal versuchen?
Ich gestehe, ja, ich bin beeindruckt.
Aber warum hat König Otto dein schönes Gesicht vor der Welt versteckt? Hm? Egal. Zeit zum Fressen. Anna, bitte!
Ooh, she's lunch. Oh yeah, like that's gonna help. Bye bye. Okay, now I don't. Oh jeez. All right. Anyway, one of the things that I did with this was I went and I used my shotgun. I know I have the machine gun out right now, but I used the shotgun to shoot. His only weak spot is his mouth. and you can always tell like how much damage you've done to him, because what happens is the same green lines that you see in his mouth when he drops his jaw start fanning out throughout his face and head. So that's how you know you're doing damage to him. You know you've done enough damage to at one point where he puts his hands on top of his head. When he does this, I suggest that you use your machine gun. I didn't, because when I went to try to do that, and the German soldiers were already on me. However, this is where it gets kind of interesting, because he cannot see; he can only hear. So he's only going by what he's hearing. So he thinks all these other folks that are shooting at him and not myself. So that's why let the boss take care of the Nazi soldiers while they're in here. So this way you don't have to waste any of your ammo. Now, I did run into a glitch or two, like when he punches one of the soldiers. What ends up happening is, instead of them like getting crushed or anything, they kind of just stay there in this like these weird positions. You can't target them or anything, but they're just standing around like these weird mannequins. It's just weird looking, and I thought it was actually pretty cool too at the same time. Now, I'm gonna make sure that these guys are gone. There's one left. And I went and I ran from here because I didn't want to have to go and fight it up with the Nazi zombies. So I decided to go this way. Now, there is a way, supposedly, and I'll show you a little later in the video. Not very accurate with it, but there is a way to take the grenades and throw them at his mouth and have them explode. You have to be pretty precise with it, though, and it's not that I lack the precision, it's just that because he's moving around and everything else, it's hard to be that precise. So, now what happened here was that the video ended right there, so I had to restart it. So all I'm going to say is it was just a regular Nazi soldier that got killed by the boss. So now, you know, that's so annoying when you're trying to line up a shot and then they come in. Now watch this. He barely touches him and he explodes. I thought that was kind of cool. Now that was luck right there that he got 2 for 1 on that. So I messed up there. But little by little it's chipping away at him, and I got real lucky right there. Ooh. Now here we're going to go ahead and grab this armor. I saved the health because and armor that's around here because of the fact that I am going to need it at some point, and I didn't want to mess around. So once again, we're allowing the boss to take out the Nazi soldiers as they start firing on you, because you don't want to fire it back at them and then the attention is drawn on you, and it just makes for a really bad scene. So why didn't I do that? There we go. Now you see, like right there, that's one of them. See, you can't target it, but the reticle doesn't turn red. Like when you go over an enemy. There we go. Ouch. So we're going to pick up the armor. And any health that we left behind. Now, here is where it's going to start getting interesting. The reason why you're hitting them with the shotgun first is so that when you use the explosive, like here's what I'm talking about. Alright, now he's gone. I wanted to get closer to him to show you. Alright. The thing is with this is that you want to use the shotgun first to soften them up, and then you use the explosive rounds. Because the explosive rounds are not that plentiful, but they are extremely powerful. So you got to really be careful with how you in their use. The shotgun really was just, you're using that just as a softening agent for the explosive rounds. So this way, when the explosive rounds hit them, it's a done deal. It shouldn't take you, like if you get them down to a certain point, I think it only takes you like about 4 or 5 of those shots. And he's done, and that's it. And that's on any level, as far as I know. Now, I'm going to keep going. He should be putting his hands on top of his head within one of the shots coming up. I mean, this is... Right, there we go. Now you're going to start seeing the green line. You should start seeing the green lines on him. There you go, see that? That's how you're gonna. That's how you know like what stage he's actually at as far as damage. And also being mindful of not taking damage yourself. Now, at first I pulled this out, thinking I could do this, but then there was another soldier there. But when he does put his hands on top of his head, you can use your machine gun on him, you know, to get a few extra shots in, which is actually really cool. I mean, softening him up is the key, because this way, when you actually do use these explosive rounds, you do not have to worry about, you know, running out, because you've already gotten to this point with him. And softening them up is always the best idea. Ooh, that hurt. Ooh, that hurt too. At any rate. Okay. Now, here we go. And yes, those things hurt. They gotta hurt, because if they can go and explode a soldier in one shot and like shatter his body, trust me, these things are powerful. And they are well worth saving for this end of piece right here. Or end boss rather, I should say. Now you'll see that I get the toss in right there. I was lucky. I was very lucky, because it depends on where he's facing and how he's faced. So I think I picked up one more and I actually got it. And I forget exactly where I aimed, where it did that. I mean, because you got to also, I mean, I guess it's pretty easy to figure out because if you do it enough, you know. However, let me still try. Let me try this one more time. See if I can actually do it. Now what we're gonna do is I keep going back up here because of the fact that there's ammo and whatnot up here that I could use. Even though I haven't really used much, I still try to keep that on reserve. Now, if you see these little troughs on the floor, eventually they're going to be filled with fire, and what's going to end up happening is this. Once they fill up with fire, you can still jump over them, but you got to remember to jump over them. So, at least you know that going into this. Alright, there you go. And here we go. Always when I line up the shot and he goes and does this, it's like... Still softening him up. Alright, right there. Alright. So we're jumping over them. I mean, you can always jump over them. And now... you got to be really careful and be mindful of that. Now, as you can see, you can see the blood coming out of him now. I mean, he's hurt. He is hurt. So, and you just got to be real careful. Between now, it's not just him hitting you, but the fire also that's there too. So you got to really be careful with that. Jump and jump, and you see no damage. So you can actually do that with no problem. Now I hit this right here with the pipe so that he would clear out this area in its entirety. And this is why. Because sometimes when he does that, there's ammo lying around that wasn't there before. Now maybe it's just me because I wasn't observant enough, but that's what it looked like to me. So I just figured I'd go ahead and share that with you. So now, apparently not. Okay. But now from here on in, I'm just going to be using this. I forgot to jump. Should be more than a couple of shots from this point once you get to this stage. And forgot to jump. And this is actually a little safe point for me, which is why I keep running over here, because I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know if he's going to go and like do like a huge sweep with his arm or whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and take another shot. Line it up, fire. And down he goes. Now, this is a very special video for everybody. I want to thank everybody for commenting, rating, subscribing. There's a little music video that's going to be at the end of this. So, thank you all for watching. I'm going to end my audio here. So, you guys have a great day. And I hope to see you later on this evening when I start doing some more videos for The Last of Us. Thank you all for watching, and you guys are awesome. Thank you.
You don't understand. You never were in control.
Jesus Christ. Nazi bits fucking everywhere. Here he is.
Fergus.
Come on, give me a hand, you lazy bastard. How's the head, Blazkowicz?
How'd you find me?
We got a distress call from Pippa. We found her body.
They got Wesley too, Fergus.
Bloody hell.
Come on, miss. We have to get you out of here.
Yeah, listen, Blazko. We can't change what happened. You did a hell of a job finding that folder. Which means we've got the location of Death's Head's compound. Eh? We bloody got it. Can you believe it?
There's this dream. Something important. It's gone when I wake up. No time for dreams, I guess.
Ah, damn it! Forgot to take a piss before we left. Why didn't you remind me, Blazko?
I look like your babysitter, Fergus?
Fuck it. Almost there. You sure killed that big fucking monster proper, BJ. The biggest one is still out there. This may be our last chance to topple the Nazi Empire. Now it's time to get it done, eh? And the world is counting on us and all that. No pressure! Except to my goddamn bladder.
The monster never dies, no matter how many times you kill it. Just sheds its skin and changes form. I feel the weight of the world pushing me down. I try to carry it nonetheless. One last time. Then I can rest.
When they poured across the border, I was cautioned to surrender. This I could not do. I took my gun and I vanished. I have changed my name so often. I've lost my wife and children, but I have many friends, and some of them are with me. An old woman gave us shelter, kept us hidden in the garret. Then the soldiers came. She died without a whisper. There were 3 of us this morning. I'm the only one this evening, but I must go on. The frontiers are my prison. Oh, the wind is blowing through the graves. The wind is blowing. Freedom's soon will
freedom soon will come. Then we'll call